We're going to see how it works for the Wyvern. I know he's one of his heroes as well, for sure. But he was most successful with the Playmaker heroes. With Wyvern, it's going to be more of a, save. We'll see how good these Winter's Curses are as well. It's going to be exciting.
Go ahead. Run.
So, at least DogChamp did Eternity a favor by picking a really good Doom target as last pick. I was very worried about Doom not having a single good Doom target, but then they picked Ember, and it's like, okay, he can get some good Dooms now.
I was watching SVG play Doom 5 the other day, which is also where I spawned this idea from. I was watching a couple competitive games, and he essentially got what's the mana burn creep, right? That now gives you the aura as well. One of the satyrs. I think it's the Mind Stealer. It's called, right?
Ooh, I don't know my satyr names. I just know big satyr and small satyr and medium.
This is the medium. Yeah, this is medium satyr, right? So now he has the mana regen aura. He also has the mana burn still, right? And he just get that and he just win the lane, mate. It's like, it's not even funny. He didn't even do anything. He just clicked mana burn and he would just win the lane. There was nothing the enemy team could do against him because he had just infinite mana burn. So if he gets that, that's good. Otherwise, I don't see much future for this Doom.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, the new and improved healing creep is pretty nice too, now that you don't constantly have to spam it. And I guess Chain Lightning is still decent. But yeah, Mana Burn I think is definitely the way to go. Although, Bloodseeker is pretty dumb already. He doesn't need any mana for the most part to be effective. He can just literally right click. As you said, it's easy hero.
Look, he's my favorite hero. I think he's actually extremely complex, but in ways people don't understand, okay? When you play Bloodseeker and you justify it to people, it's like when you tell people that Transformers is secretly a work of art, right? Like, you know something that people just don't see.
Right, you're like Nickelback actually has a really deep underlying message.
Nickelback is actually the greatest artist of our generation. Or they are, I guess. Or whatever. I don't know a single Nickelback song, actually. I'm sorry. I can't even continue this bit. I'm sorry. Any Nickelback fans out there. What do you think of the DogChamp lane, by the way? The Mars Winter Wyvern. It is Yarn's hero, which is why they put him in the 4. Do you think this is better than the Bane Mars lane? Or do you think it's just a player preference?
I think it's pretty darn good. I feel like it's probably player preference here. At the same time, it is just a very strong lane, because you have a lot of nukes. And I feel like Klinks is gonna die at least once here. That's my Wingblade certified prediction.
Okay,
also,
so if
Yaren is playing with fire right now. Just walking around on like 100 HP, hoping they get the level 2 first. It's stressing me out.
So if this prediction does not come true, do I return you to the caster shop, or what is this certified for?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You can.
I can ask for my money back.
You can complain to the unions, and they may get me fired.
Caster union. That's a good one. That's an oxymoron, my friend. Let's look at the mid lane a little bit. We have a brawl battle here. Who would you say is the lead in the lane, at least, between Ember and Void Spirit?
I feel like it's fairly even. I think the better player is in the lead.
All right.
It's both like they have literally the same damage. They have the same armor. They have almost the same HP. They both have a skill that helps them secure creeps and harass. It's like they're watching in the mirror, but one guy is orange and one guy is purple.
Okay. All right. Thank you for that. What about the mid game? Is there an advantage at any point? Is there one moment where one of them takes the lead, or how does this work? How does this matchup work for you?
I feel like just in team fights in general, Ember is a little bit more disruptive, but Void Spirit is very good at catching Ember, depending on the build he goes for. Because normally Ember relies a lot on mobility to stay alive, and if Void Spirit ever gets an Aghanims, he can like kind of keep up with the mobility and then have a really reliable way of silencing Ember, which is quite strong. So Void Spirit is a bit more of a defensive and CC oriented hero, while Ember is a bit more aggressive.
I see a little bit of a CC,
brawling.
but yeah, they have a couple of tiffs. Ember is the middle older brother, right? And Void's the oldest brother, so there's a lot of infighting going on. It makes sense. I also used to hate my brother, that's why I'm an only child now.
Oh,
As a steering chins. FXRS, he is down to no mana, but Kits does not want to follow him. Kits, by the way, is the newest addition, DogChamp. If you were following them last season, you might have noticed that their, I think it was Fade and Rayla Lisa were the two mid laners, depending on the game, because they were standing in, and now it's Kits officially for the team, at least for the beginning of the season.
Right, we'll see how he does.
Very exciting.
Bound or a nice water rune steal.
In terms of lanes, though, it is pretty.
Taking a
It's
lot
going
of
really well for
damage
DogChamp.
here. He's fine.
Yeah,
he's fine.
he has the Doom Ice Armor. That's another thing that's also a Doom favorite. Very good in the early game. Really difficult to harass someone with it. So usually with a Timbersaw, there's a moment where you just kind of want to leave him alone, right? Is this a lane where Timbersaw has an impact when he's left alone? Like once he gets level 6, can he kill the Bloodseeker? Or is Bloodseeker one of the targets that can survive against him?
Bloodseeker has the advantage where he can just hit creeps and keep his HP up. Like he doesn't struggle CSing under towers, so that is not a problem. That being said, if Timber gets level 6 before Bloodseeker, he can put out some pressure, but he is a full level behind, so that's not gonna happen. I feel like DogChamp has done a very good job at controlling this lane and just neutralizing the Timber threats.
I agree. I've noticed a couple of teams that have like really good lane control when they play against Timber. They will either try lane to destroy him very early, or they'll essentially keep the support completely out, unless the Timber has kill potential. And that allows the carry to always match his experience, right? Because if you reach level 6 on most carries at the same time as Timber, you're okay.
Yeah, and Bloodseeker is currently so far ahead that it's risky for Timbersaw to get close to the creep wave to get reactive armor stacks.
Oof.
And that is not a position you want to be in as you're Timber, who you picked for like the sole purpose of creating space in the early mid game.
As we talk about Timber, who is trying to get back home, does have the Timber chain, so he'll be fine there. But Bloody Nine didn't do a number on him. Moonlight's back for moral support and for an armor. Oh, and a salve. Okay, that's the real role of a support here. He's a Doom 4 after all. He can't really gank, so instead he's just gonna buy salves for his 3.
Ooh, kids.
Oh,
This is
he
out
thought of
for
ganking.
blood today. My goodness.
He really wanted to kill the Void Spirit. Every time he sees him out of mana, he just runs at him, right? Knows he's pretty much invulnerable at that point.
Ooh. The Void Spirit is gonna be going for a Yule, so really doubling down on the catch.
Ooh, I haven't seen this build in forever. Is this for the Ember, specifically? You think that's why he's deviating for this?
Yeah, I think so. They don't want to rely on Doom's like 20-second cast animation, and they also don't expect Shadow Shaman to have a quick blink. And looking at his inventory, that seems like a good call.
It is, as they go for Mars, trying to give him some inventory, and the first blood is going to go for FXRS, who takes down Lucky. They know he's the one you got to beat in DogChamp to really earn their fear, essentially.
We have some action in the bottom lane as well.
Yep, the courier's dying.
Yeah, it looks like that's gonna be all, because they can't really kill this Bloodseeker. Because Shadow Shaman without boots is not gonna catch up to Stonebank. Unless I just jinxed him, but I think he's fine.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna die either. You don't have Chakram yet on Revenant either, so I mean Timber's just kind of a walking, really tanky creep, right?
Yeah, and now he's in a position where he has 3 points in reactive armor, and he has stacks. So he's gonna be fine now. Even if Ember comes, he's most likely gonna be fine.
Yep. And Ember himself is having a bit of a fight to the death. Moonlight joining in here. He can't do much but attack. He auto-attacked once. That was Moonlight's contribution. Doom 4, everybody. But the Ice Armor did help the Void Spirit a little bit. Now he TP's back top, hoping to help out CDR. CDR fighting his own fight against Yaren, who flies over the trees and gets away safely. Lucky does get a spear, doesn't pierce Clinks against a tree, or sorry, impale him against a tree. He also still has the arena, doesn't want to use it.
I am pleasantly surprised by this Clinks actually doing something in lane. Because it's really risky to play a short range hero like Klinks against a Mice and Wyvern and actually not feed, so props to him.
Oh, mid lane though, Ray is gonna die. He tanks the gank a little bit for FXRS as they were running over for the Void Spirit. Couldn't quite get him. Now it's Yaren who gives a little bit of vision, but FXRS keeps his distance. He's not going to die just yet. Bloody Nine still has mana. Blitz has mana as well. Sorry, Kits has mana as well. This is not Liquid. And we'll see what they decide to do with this. FXRS is not going home. He's waiting for the Shaman to refill his bottle. He stood his ground. He stood proud. Well done.
He's getting closer and closer to his Yules. And Ember is gonna be going for the basic Maelstrom, so no big surprises there. I feel like the only deviations we see on Ember is BKB or Maelstrom first. Yaren?
A dead Wyvern, it seems like, but a Rupture hits the Void Spirit, trying to run back to his tower, but he's just gonna run it down. Alright, Stonebank. Pretty happy to get the kill.
Yeah, nice rotation by him. Recognizing that he's not really gonna achieve too much on the bottom lane. Just goes mid and finds the perfect timing on the Rupture.
Ray. He is going to try to get away, but the arena, unfortunately, he mistimed that a little bit when he went into the high gun. Could only Shackles to get a bit of HP. He's going to die as well. And with his DogChamp, can start to threaten this mid tower. Early rotation by Bloodseeker successful. Can they take the mid tower?
They don't have the best building damage here, especially with Void Spirit respawning.
Dire's courier has been killed.
You're entirely right. What a great prediction.
That's what I'm here for.
By the way, that earlier prediction was a lie. It was
Yeah.
the Mars who died.
Feels
Just
bad,
want to
man.
point that out, in case the viewers forgot.
But
Bloody
I feel
Nine
like
in the bottom lane.
at one point he's still gonna die to Mars.
Oh, okay, so it's for the whole game? Alright, fair
Yeah,
enough. I
let's
can
call
make
it
predictions
that,
like that
yeah.
too. Okay.
I feel like at some point Klinks is gonna die.
Okay, that's bold. I would have never guessed that this game.
And maybe not even in this game, but just in a game.
There's Doom in the top lane against the Mars. Mars running through the trees. They do kill his partner Yaren, but at least they can get Moonlight here. And Moonlight destroyed in a matter of seconds. Stonebank did want CDR as well, but he sees the TP and desists, instead just farming the snakes here. Did Stonebank go for the optimal build? Yes, he did. Good job, Stonebank.
It must feel pretty bad to play a hero that literally has one purpose, and then you use your ability, the reason why you were picked, and you don't get the kill.
I mean, do you have the best team to go with Doom? I guess if Timbersaw's with him, there's a lot of potential there. But it feels like Doom Shaman lacks damage to get a kill, right?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, Mars is back? Loki? He's waiting patiently. I don't know if Timber's the best target. Ray's also here. Could surprise him with a Hex. They don't see each other because of the trees here. Sentry gets
the
vision.
woods.
Now they see Loki for sure. There's the Hex. Chakra.
Nice.
Willing Death.
Oh.
And that is a save to Loki by Nightmare. He gets the arena off. He's actually going to get away.
That's
Bloody Nine.
insane.
He made sure his offlaner survived, but now he can't do the same thing for Stonebank, who's been hexed. He's been slowed. Fair amount of damage coming his way, but they need something else. A Chakram finally available, but there's no distance to use it. Stonebank is a bit too quick, and they both get away. Great job, Bloody Nine.
Yeah, that was an insane Nightmare timing. Because Whirling Death is instant, so you need to anticipate it. You can't react. Damn, that is really impressive.
That was really impressive.
I think
Yeah,
I'll
we can see
stop
the replay.
flaming NA for like 15 minutes now.
Nah, that's a lot for a European.
Alright, so Timber. What is he flying out? I don't see his courier.
He's looking for Yols and Dukai and Sanj, it seems like.
Oh, he has a full hood on the courier, that's it. I was like, he has
Okay,
more
okay.
net worth than Arcane Boots.
Yeah, full hood. How useful? I guess hood for the Mars ulti mainly, right? In the
You
early
kind
game?
of need it
Is under
here.
attack.
Even heroes like Wyvern deal a lot of magic damage, because Arc Burn is percentage as well.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
As they find an enemy stack, or this is a stack made for Klinks, I can only presume. And it's going to be stolen by DogChamp. Huge win for them here. Klinks, the last time he was in the meta, he was particularly known as a stack taker. That was like his biggest thing, honestly.
Tower is under attack.
Yep. Wonder if he's gonna finish this Ring of Basilius in this quick buy.
Structures are fortified.
Ooh, and they
I
do
don't
get
know.
a Doom on Stonebank this time. They should
Okay.
be able to get him here.
No Winter's Curse to try to save him, but it's not going to be enough. However, maybe a
Moonlight.
counter kill against Moonlight. No, Snakes don't get affected by that Winter's Curse. And
down.
in fact, Yaren himself is going to get bursted down by FXRS. Well done.
Good call to keep going for the chase. He probably saw that Luki has no TP.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's top tower
You're right.
is under attack.
So even if it was on cooldown, wouldn't have mattered. That's
Structures
a
are
good call.
fortified.
This is some nice space here.
Is that ever a consideration? Like, I mean, obviously in a pro game, I imagine they keep track of like TP cooldowns, right? To a degree. But, oh, Bane, right? Similarly. Bloody 9, he just got stunned. Hexed, okay, that secures the kill. There's the arena bot from Luki, and he's looking to at least finish off Moonlight, and you'll get him. Not even needing pinning him to the wall. Revenant joining as well, but Revenant coming a little bit late, and everyone is desisting now. So I like when I have timings like ultimates and TPs, I'm assuming in pro games it's not like exactly precise, right? It's more or less they have it in mind, right?
It depends. For some important things like black holes, you tend to have the captain who just like pings the clock or whatever.
Okay.
For TPs, it's generally more like a feeling thing.
Right, fair enough.
But it really
So-
depends on the team as well, because some people don't have like the presence of mind for it. I definitely don't.
Okay.
I forget to note down Roche every single time and then spend 2 minutes in the pit. But it really depends on the player, and if you have a really disciplined team with like a strong captain, that really helps with these kind of things.
So my question that follows is there ever like a disadvantage to not carrying TP, even if it's because it's on cooldown? Because that completely reveals to the enemy that you can't TP no matter what, right?
Yeah, you always want to have a TP.
Radiant
Just for the threat sometimes, right?
Yep.
That's cool. I never considered that. I'm glad you pointed that out.
I mean, you literally asked me. I just said yes.
I'm glad you pointed that out, Wingblade. You're wonderful. Hex. I took down the Winter Wyvern here. They're trying at least. Winter's Curse. Yaren, another crazy save by them. Is he really going to survive? The Fiend's Grip onto the Void Spirit. They secure this kill. Ray did shackle Stonebank. The Cold Embrace though saves him from any further initiation. And now Ray himself is going to suffer the wrath of a Bloodseeker once he comes back from being a chicken. The Doom hits him though. Now Moonlight will stop him from killing off Ray. Instead is going to be Kits who gets this kill. Also avoids the stomp with a nice sleight of fist. Bloody 9. Not enough damage to kill him, and Doom will die in his place. Triple kill for Kits. Playing out of his mind. You can see why he got picked up by DogChamp for this season.
They can't keep getting away with these like 6 HP heroes. This is insane.
Oh, Revenant now in trouble himself. He's against the tower. He doesn't have too many reactive armor stacks. The Mars is nearby. He has a God's Rebuke soon. He has to turn around to at least get the passive bulwark. But oh, he's running around too much. He was like a ballerina there, and it didn't really work out for him. Now a Hex actually cancels this Ember Spirit, and Kids will fall himself. As CDR gets away this time, he's the one with low HP. Where's our Bloodseeker? Bloodseeker's fighting in the top lane, using the BKB, but not getting any kills with it, just surviving here. That's Bloody 9. He's the next target. Moonlight's really committed to this, but he realizes commitment is for fools. He likes open relations more. He's gonna see his options here.
This
Yeah,
pleases to no end.
he's just flirting around, seeing what he can do.
With the supports, the cores, yeah, I see.
I mean, Bane is not my type, but I don't kink shame.
I think Bane is, especially when he does the blink dagger thing, that gets me.
So Eternity,
Okay, Eternity's starting to rotate as well. Bloody 9, he's gonna be found. Oh no, Bloody 9 just wants to go to the high ground. Can he actually make it? I don't think so. There's 4 heroes converging on him. Bloody 9 is gonna turn into a bloody mess. I'll put a Doom. A Doom himself now the counter target apparently, so it's gonna be a 4 for a 5 here. As at least DogChamp get the kill of their own. Want to turn this into a tower, but they know Eternity is a bit too close by.
I was gonna say, we haven't seen Shadow Shaman attempt Roche yet, because that's a thing that Shaman is really good at. But they just don't feel confident enough, and they've used wards for a kill every single time, which, if you can get it, is definitely worth it. Ooh, this Timber could be in trouble.
Yeah, the rupture was used, but they couldn't get the spear off. That's a good Yule Scepter. However, Stonebank activated his BKB. He's committing against a Timber. He's still silenced. He can't get away, and he's going to die to Stonebank here. As Yaren gains some time against CDR, and they eat that whole barrage. For now, he's okay. Fiend Script now catching 4 FXRS. Stonebank dealing too much damage. They're going to kill the Void Spirit next. And Yaren once again surviving on 70 HP as he distracts the Klings completely. CDR himself in trouble. They need a good spear. Doesn't really hit CDR. Luki has a God's Rebuke. That's going to be sufficient. Klings goes down. Moonlight as well. The last support is on his last legs. And Stonebank makes sure to cut him down too as they get a full team wipe here for DogChamp.
And this in-fight execution by DogChamp is really nice to watch. Like, you can see that they're calling out the targets. The moment that Bloody Nine, for instance, goes for a grip, you instantly see the response.
Yep. They're doing a great job at turning in general, right? I feel like, particularly Stonebank, the way he's playing, just like head first into the fight, is helping them being able to secure some space for the supports.
Yeah, it's very proactive for sure. So far they haven't really been able to turn it into too many objectives though. They have some tier 1s, but they haven't attempted Roche or a tier 2 just yet. And that is definitely a weakness for their lineup. They don't take objectives well. They don't have building hitters. They don't have Roche heroes. So they really need to make sure that they keep winning fights, otherwise they're gonna run out of steam.
True. That is the Bloodseeker way to go, right? You win to just mash into the enemy. You win, sorry, by mashing into the enemy. The Shaman comp, by the way, I've noticed that when I first started seeing the Shaman Roche strat, like commonly in pro games, I noticed a lot of teams are doing it Dire and like sneaking it, you know? Because it's less common for Dire to attempt to sneak than for Radiant. But I feel like now that teams have wisened up to it, I think we see it less. Because teams know. There's a Shaman, he's like an Ursa, but for supports.
Yeah, for sure. And it takes a long time as well. So let's see, Klings getting close to his BKB, and that's definitely gonna help in fights, but as we spoke about before, if it's just the Klings being a threat, it is gonna be super easy to control. Because you have the curse, you have the grip, but you also just have the bloody 15-second cold embrace cooldown that just kind of nullifies Klings for, what is it, 4 seconds.
Radiant's bottom tower, Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Yeah, that cold embrace. I mean, what was crazy is Yaren used it on himself, right? Usually it's like the Winter Wyvern from behind saves someone, but he was the one distracting the Klinks the whole time, which was kind of wild. Like, he was essentially playing as like a melee 4, you know, tanking the spells for the team.
Yeah, it's nice to see when someone is like really comfortable on a hero. You can tell it by just the way they position themselves in fights. They know what stupid shit they can get away with. Ooh, BKB popped.
Yeah, Stonebank. Sometimes you gotta lead with a BKB, you know? Scare your enemies, show them who's who.
You get bigger, so stronger.
That's true. Luki though, he's getting smaller because of the Whirling Death. Lost a lot of strength there. Activates the arena, now turned into a chicken. Are they gonna get some fried chicken for dinner? Luki.
Don't tell me
Is he really getting away?
Again.
He does. Instead, they're concentrating on the Ember, who has been doomed, but the Nightmare stops this. There's the Spear as well to save him, but the Doom is taking him down. Luki might have to deny him as Yaren dies in the backlines, using the Winter's Curse there to gain some time for his team. There's the deny they were looking for, but now Luki could be in trouble himself. He is a strength hero. He's to be cut down by the Whirling Death, and that's 3 kills, or 2 kills on a deny. Now a 3rd kill for Eternity.
That was very sloppy. Just when I speak about their in-fight execution, a single hero gets picked off, and they just go for the feed train. They just stay a little bit too close, they try to make fancy plays, and they instantly get punished. They lose 4 heroes, and now they're gonna lose Roche as well. All of their advantage just nullified in an instant.
I gotta say though that the choice for Moonlight to just go directly on the Ember, right, and ignore what was happening there with the Mars was really good. And that like really turned the fight there for Eternity.
Yep, and now they just take a quick Roche. Klings with an Aegis, and almost... Actually, he has the BKB if he disassembles the Dragonlance. It's gonna be a tough pill to swallow for the DogChamps.
Yeah, dogs really hate pills.
True.
FXRS, the Yules, dispels the Blood Rage, comes back with another one though. He's committed to this kill, and he will get it. So we don't have a Winter's Curse just yet. Beautiful arena though, traps too, but Ray wants to counterattack. That Shackles is to be stopped in a second, thanks to the spear and the blood right there. As Stoneback activates the BKB, Moonlight does not have a Doom. A Fiend's Grip for Revenant. Kits is just fighting him head on with that BKB. Now the Winter's Curse stopping the damage from Kits. They're not going to be able to kill the Timbersaw. Setting up for the blood right at least. Now with that spear, perhaps killing Klings, but no, the first one to die will be Kits. As Moonlight gets the residual damage there with the Infernal Blade or the Scorched Earth, not really sure. Moonlight will pay for his sins. But Klinks and Timber will at least survive. I'm not really sure what's happening, Wingblade. Why are they fighting? The Doom wasn't ready.
Yeah, it's a bit of a confusing engagement. So you have like the passive with Aegis that you respawn on death, but I feel like there is also a passive on Aegis where you just play worse as a team. Because you're like, we can't lose fights, we have Aegis.
Looky. Oh no, I didn't see him having Aegis there, but he sure fed the enemy team.
Oh, Klink's going for a solo
is
play.
Now the next target for CDR. Well done.
It's a nice kill to get. It's risky to go for these kinds of plays, but he knows that their mice is down, and without the Mars, it's kind of hard to kill a Klinks. I feel like he is definitely the hero who is most difficult to deal with for CDR.
That's why I think Eternity's swap of their targets, right? Now going for the Ember first, trying to distract the supports, has been a really, it's been a game changer for them in these team fights. I think they're actually proposing the team fights very well.
And they do have good tower damage. They have Timber to tank it and Klinks to destroy it.
Perfect combo. Oh, okay. But now Timber's tanking the Klinks. What happens then? Wingblade apparently not enough, because Revenant is fine for now. Oh, that trick with the Yolscepter didn't work out. He's been silenced now. Here comes Stonebank. His BKB wants to kill Timber first, and he will get him. As the Rupture hits FXRS instead, Yolscepter to gain a couple more seconds of life. FXRS still be in trouble, but the cover from the Klinks is too high. Moonlight once again in the backlines. Doom is the right target. It's going to be the Ember. He stuns Stonebank. Moonlight is doing so much. He'll die for this. But he'll make sure the team fight does not go badly for Eternity. CDR still wants to fight this. He has the Aegis. He's ready to die for the second... Oh, sorry, for this Winter Wyvern. But he lost his first life. Hopefully not his second. And hopefully he does take the tower regardless. There we go.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Pretty decent fight for DogChamp, all things considered. They were up against an Aegis and their Ember got doomed, and they still somehow managed to come out on top. So the new mid for DogChamp kits did a total of 361 damage in that fight. Stonebank did almost 6,000.
I don't have that, but yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of damage.
That is a lot of damage.
Oh, right, sorry. I've never used the fight recap before. That makes sense.
Oh, it's just me doing napkin math. I just keep track.
Yeah. You actually you don't even have the damage recap, never heard of it. You're just doing it in your head. It's pretty impressive.
What is a damage recap?
I've been very impressed though with the way that Moonlight has been taking these fights though. I mean, I was not expecting this amount of impact from the Doom. You said it, right? Ember is the right Doom target, and he's been getting him consistently every single fight.
We joked about it, but his positioning in these fights and getting the stomp into Doom every single time has been really impressive. And now he has a BKB as well, so that's gonna make this form of initiation even more reliable.
Yeah, they're trying to... They hope there was someone farming the triangle could get a pick off here. A good way to recover, but unfortunately the smoke was a bit of a Hail Mary. It doesn't work out. And now Stonebank. He's leading to a degree, perhaps even baiting, you'd say, for DogChamp. Eternity's not going to fall for it, however. Bloody Nine might be an easier target. That's what they initiate on. Cold Embrace. And thanks to the Blood Right, it seems like Eternity does not want to go for this. But the Timber does. And now with the Winter's Curse plus the Arena, perhaps not the best combo, missing out the damage on the Arena. But Revenant could still be in trouble. God's Rebuke sends him back, and the Bloodseeker sends him to the grave. CDR invisible, looking for a way to engage. Ray with a Hex, that's going to be their initiation. Moonlight as well, activates BKB, but the Cold Embrace saving Luki as well. He has a Blink Dagger, and there is a Shard on Yaren as well, so it's difficult for them to engage on the Cold Embrace target.
This Timber really has to be careful with his positioning, because this is not the kind of game where you're the invulnerable Timbersaw and you can just walk in. Ooh, speaking about not being invulnerable, Loki still has BKB.
Yes, he does. Silence gets him. There's the BKB used, but there's no arena anymore. However, we did see once again the Doom, this time on the Bloodseeker though. Moonlight did not get the target. He was loving for Bloodseeker can just run away. Kits will finish him off. But this will at least give him enough time for Luki to fall to eternity. Ray sees an opportunity, seizes it, going for Yaren now. Bloodseeker with a blood right, trying to cover his teammates here. Now joining the fight as well, hoping to kill Ray. Gets the kill. At the same time as Kits falls, the Klings can't fight head on against Stonebank. Stonebank a bit too strong. Rupture still available. FXRS does get the TP off though with the Yule Center, but it's cancelled by the Nightmare instead. Stonebank not enough mana for that Rupture. No need. A single auto attack will do the trick. As Revenant joins towards the latter end of the fight, realizing there's nothing he can do, sends the Chakram into desperation. No more friends, no more life. Has to let the tower fall.
So I was gonna flame Bloody 9 for walking into voids and dying, but because he actually died, it made sure that he respawned just at the right moment where Klings was no longer expecting him. You can see in the replay, he has respawned, TP's in, and he's gonna get a beautiful grip here. That's what I call tactical feeding.
Yeah, that was the grip. Sorry, that was my bad. I should have mentioned in the middle of the fight. It wasn't Stonebank fighting CDR head-on, so thank you for noticing that. Honestly, these fights are so hectic, it's so difficult for me to keep up sometimes. Because I honestly... You think usually in a fight, oh, all the ultimates are off cooldown, right? But in these games, it depends.
Yeah. And especially with like these mid-game team fights where you have like low-level supports that can die at the start and then respawn and come back.
Yeah,
at
not
least
with
when...
buyback, mind you.
Yeah, exactly. They just respawn. If it's late game, at least you just have like 2 lives on everyone.
Yep. This is the true pinnacle of NA Dota, though. This is what I've grown to know and love in Division 2. And it's what I was expecting for this match as well. It's also good showing for... I keep wanting to call him Entity, I'm sorry. Eternity. As, you know, first match you play against the guys that just came from Division 1, so they're some degree of good, right? Especially considering Division 2 teams. And you're still holding your own against them. You're actually doing a good job. You might even beat them. This is great.
For sure. I've been very pleasantly surprised by them. I wasn't convinced about the Klings pick, but it's been working pretty okay.
Yeah.
I've
been very impressed with Moonlight and his Doom. That's my exactly. Top tier.
I was gonna say, I don't think it's because Klings. I think it's despite Klings. But yeah. They're doing it. And now there was someone as well on Void Spirit. Oh. That's a big deal for dealing with the Ember. He has a BKB.
Yeah, he had it in the last fight.
It's really easy to voice it out like this.
Lotus Orb is going to be the item now for the Timber Saw as well. So this makes the Rupture target a bit harder. The ideal Rupture target, as you guys have seen, is most likely Void Spirit. Timber Saw is okay, but Void Spirit is by far the best. He's very weak to it. And now Revenant probably will Lotus Orb him. As the silence comes out, Bane once again the target. They want Chicken Nuggets. The Shackles holds him in place as the Cold Embrace comes out. The Doom, this time for the Bloodseeker, which means Ember will get a team fight. But Bloodseeker has to retreat. Luki, spearing a BKB target using the arena. They just ignore it. Moonlight might just die here. Ember getting his revenge, and that's Moonlight gone. Bloody 9, though, and Yaren at the same time fall. I mean, the backlines, there's still a fight going on where Ray is holding on to Mars, not letting him move. What will Ember do? Will Kits actually join and help out his offlane, or no? He's going to leave him to die because Ray is too much of a nuisance. Hex Shackles. Luki is going to fall, unable to kill Ray, who made a humongous amount of space in this team fight for his team.
And that was such a nice Doom. This time he rightfully ignored the Ember because he's like, well, Stonebank is the big problem and he hasn't popped his BKB yet. He knew that he was probably not gonna kill him, but just keeping him out of the fight for that time, for his team to clean up, was a really nice call. So this is gonna be another Roche and another Aegis for Klings. Even gets himself a nice little shard. Or actually, no, it's the Timber getting the shard, so that's more pushing. Let's see, Ember getting a Lincoln's, I guess? Yeah, he has the Lincoln's finished, so that's gonna help a little bit. Oh, Rip Bane gets deleted.
FXRS even tanks a Rupture there. Is he level 25 yet? Yes, he is. So we still have a second one. We're fine. Lincoln's now on the Ember as well. Is this for the Shaman
Yeah.
or for the Doom? No, it's probably for the
I
Doom.
mean, it's for both.
Is under attack.
right.
If you can press BKB, you're probably gonna be pretty happy, even if you do get doomed, because you're probably gonna be able to run away with the help of your supports. So just getting that extra like 0.5 to 1 second of response time is really nice.
That's true, man. I mean, Shaman is just to me one of those supports that scale into the late game by just becoming this insufferable stun machine, you know? And actually something you either kill in the beginning of the fight or suffer for the whole fight. And I don't think you have the privilege to just be able to kill him early.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yaren, he's been caught. Good cold embrace, but this time you're going to be punished for it. Yeah, rupture CDR all you want. Yaren is going down. Stonebank, though, wants to come collect Clinks. I don't know about that one. The spear hits the illusions, actually both illusions. Well, not the real Void Spirit. CDR still holding on to that BKB. Stonebank uses his, attacks Revenant first. Revenant, though, quite tanky. And Clinks is just fighting against everything. In fact, he's going to be able to survive. Stonebank, thanks to the Infernal Blade from Moonlight, is going to be stunned. Can't get the Aegis off CDR. He dies. Luki as well. Even if they did kill Clinks, though, that was just Aegis, right?
This is a bad sign for DogChamp. Gonna lose Bloody 9-2, and I don't think Kids with this build is gonna be able to defend. He has 2.8k Jeez. He has 2.8k HP, and he has spell block, but he doesn't have damage to deal with a lineup like this.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Yep. It's just a bunch of defensive items, right?
Radiant's middle tower.
Yeah, I feel like that is one of the things that is lacking for DogChamp right now. They just don't have the damage to kill anyone.
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's middle tower is under
And
attack.
this is definitely one of the strengths of the Eternity lineup as well. All of their heroes, aside from the Shadow Shaman, are pretty darn tanky. Like Clinks is running around with 4k HP, Timbersaw has 3k, and Timbersaw thinks... I guess Doom is one of the squishier ones, and he has more than 2k HP and a
Radiant's middle
BKB.
barracks has fallen.
That's gonna be a nice development for Eternity. Maybe claiming their first set of racks and now outposts as well. This is generally the time where you wanna get a gem. Make sure to fully choke the enemy team. And this is not a game where you can lose your gem on a whim either. Because as we spoke about, DogChamp doesn't really have a lot of burst damage, so you should be able to respond.
Almighty money.
Sorry, what do you mean with that? That lost me a little bit.
Sorry?
Like, what do you mean with that? Like, if you lose your gem...
Well, I'll wait
sorry,
for after the
I'll
fight.
ask you in a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kits is in trouble. Kits almost died there. Arena saved him though, but Klink's actually outside the arena. Kits, he's holding still. He's fine. The Cult of Race now saving him a little bit more burst damage, magic damage it looks here. And Kits will fall. Yarn as well. CDR still hit by the Rupture. Now he can proceed to go and get another kill. Timbersaw trying to be clockwork there. That's not going to work out. But Bloody 9 will be found out and killed quickly.
Right, another one fight for Eternity. They should be able to get more objectives of this. And I'll just quickly explain what I mean. In some games you have heroes like Storm Spirit that can jump someone from like the other side of the map, and then you have a lion finger on them and you lose your gem. But DogChamp doesn't really have that. Even their most farmed hero in the Bloodseeker, it's gonna take him a while to get a kill on someone, so you're never gonna lose your gem. Especially when Bloodseeker dies.
Yeah, it's hard to kill people when you're dead. And actually, it's hard to kill people when you just admit GG. DogChamp will be losing game number 1, despite a really good start for them. In the end, it's actually Eternity who's capable of turning this back, and with a really good performance, honestly, by them. Very, very impressive by...
Yeah, it's a very good sign when the lanes don't go